Hello. Happy Tuesday. I fucking knew it. All right. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna go crazy over it, but oops. But there goes Paul. I don't know if you guys heard it. I don't know if it actually got caught on the video, in the recording. Oh, see, but now he's on the back. He's back on the other side. Okay, so I was doing some readings, working on the monthlies, on the monthly messages, right? They're timeless messages, guys. Keep that in mind. Like, even though they're monthly messages and these readings that I'm recording right now are going to be dated for the month of July, they are still timeless readings. Yeah, okay, you did hear it, Bonjour Bunny. Okay, hi, Bonjour Bunny. Hello, Queen Bee. Anyway, so I had been working on some of that stuff, right? And it was 11:30. I was like, all right, let me stop now and regroup, recollect myself so I can get ready for the sip. I opened my windows, I opened my doors, I went outside. I actually started watering the garden because I hadn't watered the garden this morning, of which you can see is like flourishing, right? Like, there's so much green out there. It's fantastic. Okay, anyway. But I go outside and I look, oh, that's attractive. I go outside and I see Paul, Dante, one of the new younger roosters, of whom I have not given a name yet, but Dustin, okay? Paul, Dante, Dustin, and then a bunch of the ladies, all lined up back here, grazing in the back of right behind my apartment, right? Hey, Mystic Leo. Hi, Carla. And I didn't even know they were there because they were pretty quiet. Like, they were quiet. I didn't hear them crowing or anything. And I went out and I didn't chase them away. I was just like, listen, y'all, you're gonna have to mosey on. Oh, you're gonna have to, clear out pretty soon. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not trying to be streaming live with y'all back here making a fucking ruckus, okay? Didn't hear a word from any of them until the moment I said, hey guys, here. There goes Paul. You guys, there are no such things as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. I'm pretty sure we should all know that by now, right? Right. I've been kind of coughing. There's something going on with my throat today. And it started while I was doing the reading for Scorpio, of which I forgot to write down the title, but I should remember it. But actually, while we're getting started here, let me go get that and do that. But this reading for Scorpio for the month of July, you guys, again, it's a timeless reading. It's just the message that's coming out for the month for July, okay? It's not like it has to only be strictly resonant for you during the month of July. It could resonate for you at any time, but this next reading that I just channeled for Scorpio, man, is some bullshit, yo. And somebody's manipulating someone else. And as soon, and because it came out, what confirmed it, I mean, I was already picking up on it. Good morning, Allie. Good morning, Mary. Hello, Josiah. Hello, Akira. Hello, Archangel. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. But I already knew someone was being manipulated. Like, I could just feel it. But then the Two of Cups came out. And I was like, yup, this is as soon as I was like, someone is manipulating you, that's when my throat started to close up. Somebody does not like what I had to say in terms of that. There goes Dustin. Not Dustin, Dante. Dustin is the new one. Okay. Anyway. So please excuse me. I'm probably gonna be. Oh, that is so not attractive. Do you like my little wispies here? Whatever. I don't care. So I'm probably gonna be coughing a little bit throughout this reading. A new man for the girls? Yeah, I guess so. Bonjour, Bunny. You do, Josiah. Oh well, thank you. I don't like it so much, but it'll come back around. I didn't really like All I did was like wet my hair a little bit and brush it up, but that doesn't keep it like together for an extended amount of time. I had some errands to run this morning, early this morning. So that is why you're seeing me in the state that I'm in right now. But anyway, happy Tuesday, guys. Yes, and happy Mars Day. Hi, you woman, you. Okay. All right, wait. Let me write this down for Scorpio. I got another bug bite, another massive bug bite while I was asleep. Oh, goodness gracious. You want to see it? Look, right there. You can't see it too much. Like this really, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but you can see that red circle and there's a little dot, but it actually is like inflamed. Like there's like a knob on the side of my arm. I've gotten a bite like this before a few weeks ago. It doesn't look like a spider bite because there's only one puncture area. So it might be a mosquito bite, but it might be like one of the rare times that it's able to just sit there and just suck away and take everything that it wants for as long as, because I did watch a video on mosquitoes and how they function and everything. It's pretty fascinating, just like anything else in nature. But for them to fill up completely, it takes about like 3 minutes for them to really completely fill up on blood before they will move on, I guess. And so 3 minutes of getting bit would absolutely create something like this, especially if you're really allergic to their saliva, which I am. Anyway, hi guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the SIP. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure to smash that like button for me. Yeah. We are approaching a new moon. We are going to have a new moon tomorrow. Look at what I just opened the deck to. The Three of Cups. That's our collective right there. That's us right there. Merry meet, everyone. Welcome in. If you're tuning in for the live stream, welcome. If you're tuning in after the fact, welcome. It is wonderful to see you all, to be here with you all, and to connect with you all. Yeah. Anyway, baby cute. Oh, thank you, Mystic Leo. Baby curls are cute. Oh, well, thanks. So, yeah, welcome to the SIP. This is your daily tarot reading. Yes, your daily sip of just the right tea. Oh, okay. Thanks, Queen Bee. Baking soda paste. Yeah, water and baking soda to help with the itch. Okay. It doesn't really itch right now. It doesn't even really hurt. It's going to later. And like now that I'm bringing attention to it, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. But like I don't even remember what I did that got me to see it. But I was doing yoga this morning. And I just happened to look at my arm and there was this big old knob of a bite. Anyway, we are approaching a new moon. We do have the new moon coming. It's going to be tomorrow officially. It will be in the sign, the constellation of Gemini. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually feeling much better today. I'm much more settled in the energies today than I was yesterday. Granted, albeit, I do feel like it's been some of the things that I've been engaging in lately that helped me feel so tired yesterday because I didn't do any of that yesterday. Granted, I did go to bed fairly late. I think I was in bed by like maybe 10:30-ish. And I slept very well, but I didn't engage in any of the extracurricular activities that were helping me to feel tired and worn down and run down. So I definitely feel better today. I don't know about you guys, but we do still have all of these squares happening. Wow, between the sun and Jupiter, between the moon. Now the moon is squaring up with Jupiter. It is going to continue squaring with Jupiter as it goes through this conjunction with the sun. What else? Mars is squaring up with Pluto, who's retrograde. Uranus is still squaring with retrograde Saturn. There's still a bit of challenging energies in the sky or in terms of or for the collective. But yet I feel a part of me kind of feels like we're all having a better time with the energies right now. Not to say that it's not still challenging. I definitely feel that. I just feel like at this point, we all seem to have acclimated enough into this energetic system or this energetic resonance right now to be at least okay with it. To maybe be a little more aware or engaged today than we may have been yesterday, which is a fairly good thing. This is something that I wanted to talk about with you guys while we still wait for a little bit more. We'll wait for a few more minutes to let anyone else who wants to join the live stream to get in here. So remember last week we were talking about your diet and what it is you're ingesting. What it is you're ingesting or what it is you're putting into your body, whether that be foods or belief systems, whatnot, whatever. I am going through a greater level of defining what my body can and cannot handle. And remember, one of those things that I mentioned was the nightshade vegetables. Somebody posted in the chat while I was channeling for that reading for that day. Someone posted in the chat the nightshade vegetables, and I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be eating nightshade vegetables. And I went on this whole tirade about how I'm not gonna stop eating tomatoes and blah, 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 and like eggplant. But I'm finding now, and this is part of that process of fine-tuning awareness of yourself and of your body and what actually really, not just your physical body, but all of your bodies, mental, emotional, spiritual, and all that kind of stuff, and physical and all that stuff. Fine-tuning and understanding yourself so that you know what is best for you and what's not best for you, what keeps you moving at optimal levels and what brings you down or what causes damage. I'm finding that actually I don't think I should be eating eggplant at all because, like I said last week, during the month of May, right around my birthday, actually, I was dealing with the cumulative effects of poor food choices, poor dietary choices that I didn't actually realize were poor choices, at least as a whole. At that time, I had started eating gluten again because I ended up going to a dinner party and they made pasta and that was the only thing there for me to eat. And I was like, Eric, just eat it. I want to eat it. And I ate it and I was fine with it afterwards. Like, this is real, like regular wheat pasta. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jacqueline. And then because of that, I started eating gluten regularly. So I thought it was just an effect of me eating the gluten and that was creating this problem. And now I have to deal with it. But now I've come out on the other side of that. I did heal up from that pretty well. And I made one of my favorite dishes, which is, a cheeseburger macaroni, but I used to call it hamburger helper or cheeseburger helper, but I make it from scratch. So really it's like cheeseburger macaroni. It's one of my absolute favorite dishes to eat. When I was still living in Brooklyn, before I moved to here to Puerto Rico and we were in lockdown, me and two of my roommates, Noah and CJ, if you guys were tuned into the channel at that time, you know who I'm talking about. Because when I would do happy hour, they would come and make their cameos and blah, blah, blah. It was, anyway. But I was making that all the time while we were in lockdown. I was eating it regularly. And ever since I got here, that's one of the things I eat the most. And I've never had such a bad reaction to something that I've been eating. Like the issues I ran into this time are fairly serious, okay? Like I said, they felt kind of life-threatening when I was in the thick of it, in the heat of it. But so I healed up from all that, and then I made this dish again. But this time, like I have been fairly recently, I put eggplant in it just because eggplants are always available. It's a good vegetable, it's a good source of dietary fiber and all that kind of stuff, and it tastes good. I like it. But after I ate that, now, also, I will say I tend to overeat when I make this dish because I love it so much. But like I make it, and this time especially I made it, and it was enough for like 4 people, okay? Straight up, like 4 or 5 people, depending on how much you eat. I kid you not, guys, I ate half of it. I ate half of it. Like this big dish. Okay, so like already I overate. Okay, but then digestive issues flared up again in the same way that I had just healed from a few weeks earlier. And it was right after I ate that meal. And then I had leftovers and I ate those leftovers and the symptoms flared even more. And the only thing I can think of that I had eaten, because I specifically stopped eating mushrooms and stopped eating eggplant when I was going through the healing process of what I was dealing with before. And the only thing I can think of was the fact that either it's the mushrooms or it's the eggplants. But if I shouldn't be eating, and it really shouldn't be the mushrooms, because the mushrooms have been a part of this recipe, of my version of this recipe, 555 on the counter. The mushrooms have been a part of my version of this recipe, which I make from scratch, for the longest time, and I've never had a reaction like this. I think it's the eggplant. Process of elimination, right? So, I specifically wanted to bring this up with you guys because this is really the process we need to be under, or be in, the thought process, the mental scape that we need to be in during this time period. Not just specifically this time period, even though this time period in our lives, in the development of human history, in the development of society, it is extremely important at this time, but it's not like it was ever not important for us to be conscious of, okay? But you have to be consciously aware enough to recognize when you ingest something, whether it be physically or energetically, okay? And energetically could just be you going out and having an experience and being around a certain energy that you end up absorbing, as we all naturally do. You don't have to be an empath to absorb energies from your surroundings and the people around you, your environment and the people within that. But you have to be able to be consciously aware enough to be aware of what you're ingesting and then recognize how that is having an effect on you. And if you're having a negative or adverse effect, you have got to be able to go through the process of elimination to understand and be even more aware of what it is you need to stop ingesting. You eat baked sweet potatoes a lot. They're really good for you. Yeah, Diego, baked sweet potatoes are great for you, are really, really great. I haven't been able to find sweet potatoes here in Puerto Rico, but I have been able to find yams recently, and they're so good. But there are so many root vegetables here that they eat here in Puerto Rico that really, quite frankly, everyone else in the world should be eating because they're so good for you. I mean, even like plantains. Plantains are really great for you. They have malanga here, yuca, all kinds of things I had never even heard of, but they're so good for you. Starchy root vegetables that are actually better for you in some cases because they have more nutrients than white potato. You know, sweet potato is excellent for you, but so much. It's so good. You've been muscle testing to see what exactly has been keeping you back. Okay. Last week, you just went to the eating meat after going 2 weeks without it and you felt yourself depleting. There you go. Okay. How about yuca? Portuguese lady usually, yes. I love yuca. It is so good. It is so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I love it. One of my favorite things to have is mofongo. Which is a pretty popular dish here in Puerto Rico that I did end up learning to make myself. But one of my favorites is what's called trifongo, or which is, because mofongo is normally made with green plantain, but you can also do it with a combination of green plantain and ripe or yellow plantain. The ripe plantain is sweet, but then you can do trifongo, which is green plantain, yellow plantain, or maduro, ripe plantain, and yuca, all mixed together. Oh, delicious. Oh, so good. I love it. But yuca is actually one of my absolute favorites. Yes, your friend is allergic to nightshades and uses yuca. What does your friend use yuca for? Anything specific or just as a meal item? Because, man, I love it. I love it so much. It is so freaking good. You can make tostones out of it, which are usually traditionally made out of plantain because it's easier, but yuca tostone. I mean, you could just make yuca mofongo. You don't even have to add, I mean, it's so freaking good. You can peel it, cut it up, and throw it in a stew. I mean, you make it as any sort of starchy root vegetable type situation. I mean, so good, so delicious, and so good for you. Anyway, it's beautiful. I love it. But I really wanted to share that because we had already talked about that, and now I'm starting to recognize that I really should not be eating eggplant, which is unfortunate because I do like it a lot. It's very delicious, but hey, if that means if I can't eat eggplant, but I can still eat the tomatoes and the sauces and the tomato sauce and all that stuff, excellent. The day that I can't eat tomato sauce anymore, ooh, latkes, oh shoot. Shut up, yuca latkes, excuse me. Wow, that sounds good. The day that I have to stop eating tomato sauce is the day that I'm going to cry. I'm going to be very, very upset if I ever have to stop eating tomato sauce. But I don't think that is the case, although your body does change over time. But I love Jewish culture. I always seemed to always become friends, whether I knew they were Jewish or not. I always tended to become very close friends with Jewish people. Or at least we've always been very amicable, between me and them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Jewish individuals or people that practice Judaism, I have always felt some sort of camaraderie with, very, very comfortable with, very safe around, always kind of gravitated towards those individuals. I hope that day never comes also. Praying to God, source creator, that I don't ever have to stop eating tomato sauce. Because I swear to you guys, I could eat it literally every day of my life. Every day. Anyway, guys, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Tuesday to you, 2222 on the counter. And if it's not Tuesday when you're watching this, happy day to you. I hope this message finds you well. Let's dive in. Please make sure we have 34 people here in the chat, only 10 likes. I mean, I know we haven't gotten into the message yet, but please make sure to smash that like button for me, as it does help pick us up more on the in the YouTube algorithm, which will help then get this message out to more people. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all so very much. I'm very happy to see you here. So let's dive in. God, source creator, we thank you for this time together. Thank you for bringing us together for this collective. Thank you for guiding us, for showing us the way, for leading the way for us. We ask that you please provide us with the best guidance that you have for us at this time. What would you like to speak with us about? What conversation would you like to have with us? What is it that you would like us to know at this time? How would you like to enlighten us at this time? We ask for your guidance, and we thank you so very much for your love, your care, and your support, and for waking us up today, and for bringing us together in this way. Excellent. Last shuffle here. All right, kids. So what's going on? You like eggplant, but the last time you ate it, your throat swelled up. Interesting. At the worst time in your life, everyone who saved you was Jewish. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, those who practice Judaism or who are of that culture tend to be, in my opinion, have been some of the most warm and open and kind-hearted people I've met. Very much so. Regardless of who you are, regardless of your background, regardless of your personal alignment, your personal beliefs or whatnot, wow, this is making me emotional. I kind of want to cry, but like, they really, like those within those within the Judaism section of humanity, in my experience, have been some of the most kind-hearted and beautiful people I have met. It's wonderful. Okay, moving forward, let's get into this. What's going on for the collective today? What do we want to talk about today, Spirit? First card is the Two of Wands. What's going on for the collective today? Collective message. Wheel of Fortune. All right, karmic cycle. You have a choice to end this situation or keep it going. They are the sacred clowns, yes. Yes, happy new moon. We do have a new moon coming tomorrow. So happy new moon, guys. All right, overall energy here is the Eight of Swords. Getting into this reading for the collective today. And your message here is starting out with the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands. Quite frankly, I feel like this is an energy of someone that is literally trying to let some kind of karmic cycle or karmic situation go. I feel a level of guilt that you might be feeling, or shame, or I feel like there may be someone that is involved with this situation. This might be a relationship. This might be a twin flame situation, or this might be some sort of strong soulmate bond, or you're under the impression that this is a twin flame situation or a divine partnership or soulmate. It may have started out that way, but regardless to how it started out, which is how I feel you're seeing this situation right now. This is the lens from which you are viewing this situation. Whatever it was that it started out as. Now you're facing leaving the situationship behind, because quite frankly, regardless regardless as to how it started, regardless as to whatever label you put on it from the beginning, at this point, it is a situationship. And it is something that it would serve you to let this go. You are feeling trapped here. There is some sort of energy of feeling trapped. Overall energy is the Eight of Swords to the Seven of Cups to the Page of Swords. I feel like this is an abusive situation for someone. Whether this be a romantic relationship, familial, or some sort of platonic relationship, there is definitely a level of gaslighting going on here. And that gaslighting feels like it's definitely, at first I felt like it was coming from a situation or an element of the situation in which someone is trying to keep you or this person from moving on or moving forward. Effectively trying to keep this person bound to this situation somehow. But then also, the Seven of Cups comes out, and a lot of the time, the Seven of Cups can be seen as a gaslighting card. Okay? Now, the saving grace here, you guys, is that you do have the Page of Swords here. So I feel like for whomever this individual is and whatever this situation or circumstance is, you're starting to figure it out. Okay? Either you're starting to see through the bullshit, or you're starting to ask questions. What I really wanted to say is you're starting to ask the right questions, but of yourself. And that's actually a very smart, very wise thing for you to do. Because asking questions of this person or the people that are involved in this situation, but then if it is a group of people, there's one central figure who's kind of the ringleader here. But asking questions of this person, number one, you're not going to get the right, a truthful answer. The right answer is what I want to say. And the right answer would be truth. The right answer is the answer that you're looking for, which is the truth. You're looking for the truth. Okay? But asking a question or asking the question of this individual is not going to get you the truth. And it's also going to make them suspicious. I feel like there is there is an element to this in terms of breaking free from this situation that you do not want to allow this person to be put onto. You don't want this, you don't want this person knowing that you're trying to make a break from it, that you're trying to escape, that you're trying to run free, because then they're only going to double down on their efforts of keeping you here, of holding you here, of keeping you blocked and burdened by this situation, okay? This is definitely one of those jailbreak type of energies. Now, focusing deeper into the cards that you have in front of you here, the Two of Wands is representing you trying to figure out, or you trying to decide your best plan of action here, how to move forward. The asking of questions fits with the Gemini new moon energy, seeking data, information, and communication processes. The sun illuminates it all. At the polarity sign of Sag is all about truth. Yes, absolutely 100% correct. Your best wishes, hopes, wellness. Coach. Oh, Julie. Oh, there you go. Julie Sherwood. Yes, Julie, you're absolutely right. And also, this Page of Swords energy here would represent Gemini. 100% would represent Gemini. Either the I love you too. Either the energy of Gemini or the actual, like the energetic, inquisitive energy of Gemini also could represent Mercury in terms of learning here. Mercury is still in Taurus, by the way. And yes, is in fact squaring up with, ooh, wait a second. Mercury is in Taurus right now, okay? Practical application, practicality, practical elements, okay? But Mercury is also squaring up with Neptune, who is stationing retrograde right now. Give me a second. Give me a second, because this is a big old jumble. From what I can see, you woman, it's not squaring with Jupiter. It's actually squaring with Neptune, which isn't far from Jupiter right now. And both of those are in Pisces, but also, oh, the sun and the moon. Yes, the sun and the moon are squaring up with Jupiter, but Mercury is squaring up with Neptune, who is stationing retrograde, which could lead to somebody actually starting to see past the illusions or learning to see past the illusions. With Neptune stationing retrograde right now, whatever illusions that somebody may have been putting forward, however someone may have been trying to gaslight you, those illusions may be naturally breaking apart right now. Just by the nature of the energy. Not that this person is doing anything different than what they have been doing to keep the illusion up, but now all of a sudden the illusions that they are putting forth, the effort that they're putting forth to create certain illusions isn't working right because Neptune is going retrograde. And so that the energy is kind of like jumbling things up. And that's causing someone, especially with the fact that Mercury in practical Taurus is squaring up with Neptune, who is going retrograde. That's causing someone to ask the proper questions. Look at that. Now, you guys keep in mind, this is still a timeless reading, okay? So don't worry about that, but that could be an element here. Moving past the illusion. Sometimes we place fear on our path and then walk through it. Yeah. So this is not there. I will not be answering private questions in this situation. This is a collective reading. If anyone is interested in getting a private reading with me, you are welcome to do so. Check the description box below where I list the readings that I offer. Shoot me an email and I will be more than happy to get you all set up. But this is a collective reading. I will not be answering private questions here. This is interesting. Okay, breaking through the illusion. And I remember right before I got on that tangent, I was talking about not necessarily wanting this person, this perpetrator, to know or to clue into the fact that you're trying to break free. Okay, so somebody is asking the proper questions of themselves in order of how to break free from this illusion or break free out of this confinement here or this karmic cycle, really. In your experience, it is a challenge to follow the direction of the higher self and divine over the 3D. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%, okay? I totally agree with that one because the 3D, I mean, you could call it a lie, you could call it an illusion, you could call it a hologram, whichever. But you're right, okay? You're absolutely right. I'm actually wanting to move forward with clarification. Let's get into some clarification here, all right? But keep in mind, guys, You have the Two of Wands here. Your reading is the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands here. So I really feel like somebody is in the process of really closing themselves off from certain karmic cycles. If there is gaslighting involved, you are really starting to wake up to this and you're starting to move forward. Especially with Neptune going retrograde, the flow of these soul messages may be stopped, slowed down, or fuzzy. Yes. All right, I'm gonna give this 2 more shuffles and then we're gonna start clarifying. And we'll start with the Two of Wands. We may get some rain today. All right, Two of Wands, please, Spirit. What's going on with this Two of Wands energy for someone? Well, would you look at that? First card out is the Two of Cups in reverse. This is a relationship that you or this person no longer wants to be involved with. This doesn't have to be romantic, although it absolutely could. It also could be platonic, friendship, a co-worker balance. Interesting, okay. Could be family. This applies to your situation, April. Okay. Excellent. Let's continue. Two of Wands. Now, you're asking these questions of yourself, or you're in this, somebody is in this energy here of questioning how to move forward or what direction that you want to move in because you don't want to be associated with this relationship any longer. So this is effectively you saying, okay, how do I move forward from here? What is necessary for me to do? Yes. Okay. Continue. Clarify the Two of Wands, please. Ooh, okay. Okay. Anything else for the Two of Wands? Just one more card. All right. Yeah, overall energy is the Three of Swords. Okay. That's definitely confirming that you're heartbroken or there's some sort of pain involved with this situation. Damn. All right, guys, the Two of Wands is clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse, the Sun in reverse. However, when the Sun came out in reverse, I did hear that a bright future is ahead of you. I'm hearing a bright future is ahead of you because of this situation, or because of how or where you find yourself in this situation, or because of what this situation has meant to you, or what it's brought to your attention, because of how you have grown through this situation. There is, in fact, a bright future ahead of you. But there is one last card that's come out here to clarify this, and it is, in fact, the Tower. You're finding it difficult because you feel that manipulation coming from her direction, but you still want to make sure she knows she is loved. Yes, of course. Of course. But there's also a level of needing to set some sort of boundary. And the Sun in reverse, absolutely, Josiah, the Sun in reverse would absolutely reflect an element of this situation in terms of like, this is not something you would have expected. It's not something you want to hear. It's not something you want to have to deal with. It's not something that you want to have to go through. It's a hard pill to swallow, that kind of energy. That's what, that definitely. But you can't unsee it. This is also a situation in which with the Sun in reverse and the Two of Wands, you can't unsee it. So there has to, so you've got to make a choice from here. It came out of the blue. Yeah. Yeah. You can be friends, but not lovers anymore. That's not what he wants to hear. I'm sure it's not what he wants to hear. And depending on, well, April, what I just heard for you is that, and with the manipulative aspects here, you actually may not want to be friends with him. I mean, sure, be friends, be amicable, be kind, but I don't know how much time, attention, and energy you want to actually give him because, but it all depends on how manipulative this situation is or has been. Oh, well, yep. I mean, it is what it is. But there's definitely pain here involved. And and you know, the tower, what the tower feels like, the tower does, yes, okay, there is a sudden element to this, a sudden aspect to this. But it's really, the tower really truly represents, for whomever this situation represents or resonates for, it represents you actively having to do something about this now. Which is interesting because typically you don't necessarily, I mean, I guess you do. I was gonna say you don't typically necessarily associate the tower with taking action, but the tower is also associated with Mars, and Mars is an action oriented. I mean, yes, okay, that's not completely true. There is action associated with the tower. But I guess me personally, what I'm feeling is that I haven't felt the tower like this before. The tower feels like that conscious moment where you know you have to take action here, okay? I don't know. There's something about that I don't remember feeling of the tower, but okay. Maybe it's something specific that I'm not quite picking up on. Excellent, Taylor. Yeah, you had to cut ties completely and ask the universe to return your energy. Yep. Okay, so let's move forward then. Next card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. You're trying to move out of the house. Yes, that sure is a tower moment. You quitting your job today. You get what you're saying? Oh, wow, Akira. Oh, wow. All the astrological squares, maybe. Yes, absolutely, 100%. That could definitely be an element here, Julie. All right, so let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yes? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please, Spirit, for the collective. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune for the collective. Okay. Makes sense. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. One last. Okay. Overall energy is the Six of Wands. This is a bittersweet victory, or at least it's going to be a bittersweet victory. You know, something else I wanted to mention, this is a total sidebar, but I figured out that for yesterday's reading, I was having trouble really pinpointing what it meant, or what the cards or what the energy was trying to say. But then I realized, because I ended up doing a reading for someone right after that who really resonated with yesterday's reading. And it turns out that it's something that hasn't actually transpired for her yet. It's a situation that she's coming up against that could potentially go either way, but it hasn't actually fully come to fruition. So I'm starting to understand that in those moments where the energy doesn't really seem all that clear for me, it's because it hasn't quite happened yet. Because there is no... don't answer that, please, Josiah. Please just ignore that. Please just ignore that, because I could tell these people that until I'm blue in the face that I'm not doing personal readings here. Just don't pay attention. Anyway, I've started to understand that when the energy feels nebulous or I can't quite put my finger on it, it's most likely because something that has not quite fully happened yet. And I do feel like that's something that's coming through today. It's an element that's coming through today. There is an element to this, and as we've been talking about it, it makes sense, but there's an element of this that hasn't fully transpired yet. So I can't really tell you what's exactly going to happen per se, but I do feel some of the energies are definitive, and that's what we know at this point. Okay, excellent. Moving forward, there is a bittersweet victory involved with this situation. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, you do have the Six of Cups at first, which is representing karmic energies, soulmates, soulmate bonds, past relationships, or just the past that is having an effect on you now. With that, you have the Queen of Wands. And specifically, what I'm picking up on here is that either this situation has caused you to enter into a certain vibrational alignment as a result of what you've experienced in this situation, or you just have grown into a new person, a new sense of self, a new version of yourself. And now, Queen of Wands, and now that new version of yourself is in conflict with what this situation here, the Six of Cups, whatever the Six of Cups represents, this connection, this soulmate bond, this past life circumstance, or this circumstance from the past that is has an effect on your life now. Your current vibration is directly as an affront to, or is not vibing with, or is not in alignment with what this situation is. Quite frankly, it feels like this situation represented by the Six of Cups is a direct affront to the vibration, the energetic vibration that you are holding at this time. I just heard because you want something different for yourself. Either you want something different for yourself just because in all of this time, Six of Cups, that this situation has been going on, you have just changed and grown naturally, as we all naturally do. Or specifically, this situation has shown you an element of what you don't want. And so now you're getting into alignment with what it is that you do want, and you are fighting back in some way. Knight of Swords. This old situation is a direct affront to the alignment that you are having now, that you are holding now, and you are trying to do something about it. Knight of Swords. And overall energy of the Six of Wands, this is in fact a bittersweet victory for you. Because it's sweet in terms of you are taking steps to receive what it is that you want. But it's bitter because depending on the situation or circumstance, you're gonna have to cut certain ties. That's just the way it is. There's no other way around it, okay? Yo, I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent right now. We have one more card that we're gonna clarify, and it's the Seven of Wands here, but like, I'm just like, hey, Beth. Oh, Beth, it's so good to see you. I might need a moderator. It's been like that the last couple of lives. Yes, Akira, and I had moderators before. I had a number of them. Archangel being one of them, but I guess I need to refresh that. But okay, I'm glad you picked that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is a total sidebar, but like the audacity, like the balls that you need to have. And like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, okay? But I'm kind of reading these individuals that have been coming into the live streams lately and like demanding that I answer personal questions for them. As I'm reading their energy as trolls, okay? Whether you are looking to be a troll or not, if you're not looking to be a troll, please excuse me, I'm not trying to offend you, but the balls, the audacity that somebody has to come into a live stream and demand that you answer a question that I answer, or any other reader answers a question for you in that moment because you want it, and not only demand that you answer that question in that moment, but you demand it for free. Like the audacity, the balls, the gall, the gumption someone has to have, the entitlement someone has to have to enter into a public space like that. Like, for all you know, let's play devil's advocate. Maybe I am asking personal questions. How do you know I'm not answering someone else's question right now? How do you know that I'm not, like, you couldn't come in and politely say, hello, do you have time for a question? Could you answer a question for me? Are you doing personal readings? No, you come in and you demand, am I getting this? Am I doing this? Yes or no answers only, please. The balls, the cojones. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Like, I'm allowed to express myself in this way. This is my fucking channel after all. I mean, it's yours too, but like, whatever. There is a money button, just saying. I mean, like, damn, why not throw me a bone first before you start demanding shit from me? Like, and actually, I'm not putting that out there. I'm not saying if you do a super chat or something, I'm going to automatically answer your question. I will not. So if you decide that you're just going to throw a super chat out there first before you even ask as to whether or not I'm answering personal questions, then that is straight up a donation and you ain't getting shit back but a thank you from me. Okay? I'm just putting that, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the reading here. Why is it that people with those that do this with those of us who, I know, would they ask for a freebie if it was a product? You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Julie. You wouldn't walk into Starbucks or your local cafe and demand that they make you your double iced latte for free. So why do you come to an energy worker or a tarot reader or someone who works within the realm of spirituality and spiritualism and ask them for freebies? Why do you go up to an artist and ask them for free music, ask them for free tickets, ask them for free this, free that? Hell no. Like, no. If you appreciate their work, if you want something from them, then you are going to have to give something in return, often found in the form of money. Okay, so the fuck what? Money ain't bad. It's the people who use it that could be bad. Anyway, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, but I should drop this now and we should get back to the reading. But okay. Who comes to the table full? Who comes up to the table full of free food and asks for something special cooked? You damn right. Julie, thank you so much for that donation. They could book a reading or wait when you... Yes, Carla. Yes, Carla. But see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And you know what's funny? This is coming up now. You're right, Taylor. You're giving them your energy. Reserve your precious time. Yes. But this is coming up now as soon as I'm about to go clarify the Seven of Wands. So actually, my whole rant or tirade that I just went on, whatever you want to call it, Mama Piplup, thank you so much for that donation. But my whole tirade that I just went on right now is exactly the same type of energy that's coming through with this Seven of Wands, but just place it in your life. I just read the Seven of Wands and place it into your life as it applies to this specific situation that we are talking about here. It seems that you are realizing or you are becoming aware of a fact or a part of this situation that is unbalanced and unfair and unreciprocal. And as a result, a tower moment is ensuing, and that tower moment is an effect of the change that needs to happen so that you can put greater boundaries in place. The tower moment is actually the realization, for the most part. I mean, this tower moment represents a lot of things in this energy, but one of the main things that it represents here is the realization or the moment. Maybe this is why this tower moment feels so different to me. Because this is the actual moment when you realize that you have to put up boundaries. And it's a tower moment because you never thought you would have to put up a greater boundary or a boundary like this with this specific person or a specific association. You never thought in a million years you would have to treat someone this way. And I'm not saying you're treating them with disrespect. But in some cases, what this does feel like for some of you specifically is you have to treat this person like they are no different than Joe Schmo down the street. And that's sad. Because at one point, this person was really important to you or really held some really high level authority in your life, but you literally have to treat them like Joe Schmo down the street, like you don't even know them. You don't know them. What is the phrase? I don't know them for Adam, or like, what is that phrase? You don't know them. Oh God, I don't know them blank Adam. I don't know them for, like, what is, you guys know that phrase, right? 555 on the counter. All right. From Adam. Thank you. Yes. You don't know them from Adam or Eve. Period. But at one point you did. At one point they, okay. All right. We get it. Let's get a little bit more on the 7 of Wands here. Yes. 555 again on the counter. Okay. 5515 that time. Okay. 7 of Wands, please. Ooh. Ace of Swords, y'all. Can't make this stuff up. Yeah, oh, yes. Wow. One last card, please, Spirit, to clarify the 7 of Wands. Just one last, there it is, right there. Knight of Cups. First and foremost, 5555, 5555 on the counter. You guys, are you getting this? You have to understand that your heart is in fact in the right place, because I am not feeling or reading any sense of maliciousness here. Standing in your truth. Yes. Your heart is in fact in the right place. You have the Ace, to clarify the 7 of Wands here. Other than that Knight of Cups, which is at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords feels like the denial that, oh, yep, here comes the rain. Actually, yeah, I can feel the breeze too. Anyway, the 2 of Swords feels like the denial that someone is putting forth here. But also the 2 of Swords is representing your need to not focus on that, to not see anything else other than the truth of this situation and what it is you need to do that will set you free. Okay? Clarifying that 7 of Wands. So what I'm also reading from this Ace of Swords here, this Ace of Swords also represents the energy of you expressing that truth, just like I did when I was talking about these individuals that have been coming into the live stream lately, demanding that I answer personal questions for them completely out of turn. What I needed to do was express that. I needed to not just let it go. I needed to express what I was feeling and what was coming up about it. That's also what this Ace of Swords represents. So you, or whomever this reading is for, you are going to need to express something, okay? You're going to have to speak the truth in order for this boundary to begin to be put up, okay? The 0, 1, 2 stand out to you. 0. Oh, wow, look at that. You're right, Julie. I just saw that as well. So maybe in that case then, to put this in chronological order, let's go 0, the Fool, 1, Ace of Swords, 2, 2 of Swords. You have got to step out on a leap of faith and express your truth and not allow anyone to tell you otherwise. The Fool, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. Not accept anything other than what is coinciding with or is flowing with your truth. So that means not allowing someone to gaslight you or change the subject or redirect you or the energy of the situation to take away from the truth that you are expressing. If they can't meet you on the level of the truth that you are conveying to them, then there is no more for you to discuss in this situation and you just need to move on. Do not accept anything other than what will coincide with your truth. And I'm saying here, yes, compromise. Absolutely compromise, but compromise with someone who is taking your truth into account, not someone that is completely trying to disregard the truth that you are trying to convey. Because that truth is, in fact, the boundary that needs to be put up here. And if they can't accept that a boundary needs to be put up, and we can work together on how it is, there we go. There you go. The Knight of Cups. I am absolutely willing to work with you, to work together with you in how we can reconstruct our relationship in terms of the boundaries that are needed. But if you are unwilling to even acknowledge that the boundaries need to be there, let alone work with me. I mean, obviously, if you're not going to work with me, we have no energy here. But if you're not even willing to acknowledge the truth that I'm portraying to you, then we are absolutely done. No more involvement. Sayonara. I'll catch you on the other side. Period. I don't know what else to say. All right, closing message here, potential outcome. Yes, please. My. You are really going to April. Thank you so much for that donation. Hello, Alokika. Alokika Matur. Hi, welcome in. And April, thank you so much for that donation. So you're really going to have to be the bigger person here. In some cases, someone's going to act like or feel like or come across, or some of the things that they're going to say is that you're trying to break up the family. That's a crock of shit if I've ever heard one. But you know what? I am not. See, Matur, thank you. See, that was nice of you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No, I'm not doing free readings in this session. I actually don't do free readings. If you would like to get a reading with me, though, the information is in the description box below. But this is a big old collective reading, yes? But thank you for asking. But no, I'm not doing those. Moving on. Moving on. The situation is coming to a close, or it's reaching the end of the cycle. You have the Ten of Pentacles here, to the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. It's like you find yourself at the end of the road here, Ten of Pentacles, and you are needing to be the bigger person here and asking yourself and the other people that you're involved with in this situation, where are we going from here? Because there is some damage that is needing to be mitigated. Following that is the Temperance card with the Five of Swords. And the reason why you are asking this question, the reason why you are overall energy of Three of Pentacles, looking into enter into a space of reconstruction and potentially working together in order to reconstruct the nature of this or the reality of this relationship, is solely because this is a lose-lose situation as it's standing right now, Five of Swords. And you would very much rather walk away than have to deal with this situation as it stands. And that is absolutely the right thing for you to do. But instead of just solely just being like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. You are standing up and are saying, how can we fix this? How can we work on this together? And if there is no way to work on it together, you are fully 100% willing to completely walk away without batting an eyelash, but you're not doing that right away. Period. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So really, the closing message here is for you to remain in this space, King of Cups. Because you are absolutely taking the higher road. You're being the bigger person. Take that with a grain of salt, I don't know. But you're doing what you know is right, even though it's not easy. Okay? Beautiful. There you have it. Let's get some closing oracle guidance here. Old Faithful Crystal Mandala. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. SpongeBob meme. Yes. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I was looking at the Ten of Pentacles, I literally heard someone say, you are trying to break up the family. But honestly, like I said before, that is a crock of shit if I have ever heard one in my life. And I don't mean any disrespect. That is literally someone coming from a really emotionally manipulative place that is trying to keep the status quo going. It is a crock of shit. Okay? Just saying. Last shuffle. Oracle guidance. You're the Queen of Cups, not the Queen of Wands. This is not your family. Ooh, okay. All right, closing message. Yet another one of the same cards that comes out all the time. But you know what, guys? We're going to take it because the message is necessary. Card number 42. Goddess Hecate, or Hecate, whichever. And Mika. Crossroads of Destiny. Crossroad, excuse me, of Destiny. I just heard this is where our road ends, or this is where our paths part. Interesting. Okay. All right, here we go. Crossroad of Destiny. We bring you the empowerment of the Crossroad of Destiny. You are at a pivotal point on your life journey. This may be obvious to you, with a potentially life-changing decision before you. Or you may not realize the impact that an apparently insignificant choice is going to have on your future. Either way, you are at a point where you can leave the past behind and chart your course for a new adventurous chapter to begin in your life. This is not something you need to be frightened of. It is a sign you are progressing on your path. The Crossroad of Destiny happens when you have mastered a cycle in your life and a new cycle is before you. It is an opportunity that you can take best advantage of by listening to your heart. And actually, like this says here, the Crossroad of Destiny happens when you have mastered a cycle in your life and a new cycle is before you. That's exactly what the Ten of Pentacles represents here in your closing message, potential outcome. Ten of Pentacles. You have, in fact, mastered a certain situation, or you're coming to the end of it. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Anything else? This oracle comes to you with a message. Let all your choices come from your heart. Knight of Cups and Temperance. Look at this. Wow, you guys, look. Oh, at the bottom of the deck of the clarifying deck, you have the Knight of Cups. Follow your heart. Temperance. Eight of Cups. Five of Swords. Literally walking away from this energy because you're needing balance, greater harmony, greater reciprocity. Allow your choices to come from your heart. If it feels right for your heart and there's joy there, even if you have to search beneath all of the what if something goes wrong fears of the mind to find it, then do it. If you have recently made such a decision and are waiting to see if the sky is going to fall in on top of you, this oracle affirms you have crossed the threshold into a new way and that it is time to leave the fears of the past behind you now. Let me read this also. If you are feeling that you need a crossroad, a choice point to help you shift out of a habitual way of being that has become stifling to you, that you need a change to broaden your horizons or to try something different, then this oracle affirms this. You can always choose to try and continue with life as it is, even though in due course it will change and take you along with it. Or you can be the spiritual adventurer along your own untraveled path, knowing that the Divine Mother watches over you and will protect, assist, and guide you as you find your way. It is safe to trust the call to a new life you feel inside. It is your destiny urging you forward into so much grace. Boop. There you have it, guys. Oh, hey, Mel. I didn't know you were here. The only shepherd you follow is the divine. Booyah. Yep, big fork in the road. Yep. Yep. You feel like you're just waiting for the door to open and you have to run through it. It's so much confirmation. Well, excellent. I'm glad I was able to bring that confirmation to you. All right, guys. So there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, truly hope this was helpful for you. I'm glad that I was able to help if it did. And I'm very happy to see you all today. Big messages today. Yes, may the new moon be good to you guys as well. Happy new moon. You know, a new moon is a real great time to clear something out, to make space for something new. So this feels like more of a new moon energy or a new moon reading than yesterday's did, but we're going to be back. I'll see you guys tomorrow, so we'll see what comes out then. They have been phenomenal. Oh, you're so welcome. Well, I'm grateful for you guys, so thank you so much. All right, guys, have a great day. I'm going to pack it in. I'm going to clean up. And I'm going to get it ready for the second half of my day, yeah? Excellent, Mel. Well, it's still great to see you anyway. Thank you. I will, Bonjour Bunny. All right, guys, I love you all. Mwah. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yes? Excellent. Bye.